Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I'm at the Bricks and Minifigs store in Wesley Chapel in Florida, and I'm joined by the general manager of the store, Adam, and he's going to be showing you some of the really cool products that they have to offer here at Bricks and Minifigs. Before we launch on into our tour video, why don't you give us kind of a history of the store and kind of your involvement here?
I started working for the store a little over 4 years ago. Started just helping out building sets, actually doing a lot of that work at home, and then over the years dedicated more time to the store, and slowly worked my way up to the top, and now general manager.
Perfect. How long has the store been here?
We've been at this mall for almost 4 years now. Moved back and forth a couple locations within the mall. Hopefully it's permanent this time.
Trying to find the right spot,
Yep.
just exactly where the Lego fans want to come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's turn over here and check out some of the shelf space, and we'll start with this section. It looks like we've got Star Wars minifigures and sets, and then some cool art up on the walls.
Yes, the first two cases and shelving area, this is our Star Wars section. Definitely the most popular section in all the Lego.
And what are some of your favorite models here, some of the things that people tend to gravitate towards when they come in the store?
It really depends on the media at the time. So whichever Star Wars movie or television show is popular, that tends to be which minifigures and sets are popular. Right now, because of Book of Boba Fett, a lot of Mandalorian stuff is popular. Anything Clone Wars is always popular. Kids of all ages always discovering that show.
Yeah, that's what we found with mock videos from conventions as well. Specifically Clone Wars stuff for many, many years has been popular, and I think there's always going to be a fan base for that out there.
Yeah.
So then as we make our way down, we've got, looks like kind of moving to the superhero section a little bit, maybe some DC stuff here.
Yeah, mostly superheroes here in this section. A little bit of some of the classic Space Police.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of Space Police stuff. That was a rather short-lived theme there, wasn't it?
Yeah, they managed to do 3 different themes of Space Police. I think they ended on the 3rd one.
Some of those themes come and go there. What is the response from people who walk in the store and maybe see? Obviously, you've got Batman and some of the much more kind of well-known IP stuff there, but then they see some of these other lesser-known themes there. Do they recognize it, or do they just think that's something kind of unique and unusual?
Most people who are, I'd say, yeah, Star Wars superheroes, the well-known properties, are popular with everyone. I'd say some of our older customers, maybe my own age, recognize the Space Police, some of the classic sets, and tend to flock to it.
And I mentioned the art earlier, and we'll see some more of that as we move our way down. Where did you collect some of that from? Where does that come in from?
Those are just Lego posters that sometimes included with sets. Had a large collection of them accumulating in the back, and finally got some poster frames, so just got those up.
Perfect, and it goes great with the paint job that you see throughout the whole store here as well. So that's always something that I love about the Bricks and Minifigs stores. It's much more than just the Lego products that are in the stores. It's about the decoration and kind of the whole vibe of the store when you walk in here. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite proud of the paint job, so thank you very much.
No, I appreciate it for sure. We'll keep moving down here then. So you've got some, like one of the Lego games here, another theme we were talking about earlier, you don't see super often. They made a lot of those sets, but nobody ever really talks about them these days.
They don't, and it's interesting. They are not always popular, but every once in a while we'll have a customer come in and they are mad about the games. They want every single one of them. So that's the last of about 6 games we had out in just the last couple weeks, and they all sold pretty quickly.
Gotcha. Well, it's good to know there's still some demand for them out there. And then what do we have on the shelves on the back wall here?
This is usually our Ninjago section, but it's been pretty popular lately, so we just got a few of the Ninjago sets left. There's also some Lego movie sets mixed in there, some of the city sets. This is more of a mix of different themes. Something like Star Wars or superheroes, we have enough to have its own dedicated area. As you get to the smaller themes, they tend to be mixed together.
Now this set here, you might have some fans wondering what's going on there. You've got like actual dolls. You know, a lot of people are familiar with the Friends mini dolls, but this looks like something like Barbie would do.
Exactly. That's a theme called Belleville, which predates the Friends line. It's kind of their first attempt to do doll-like figures and sets. It wasn't very popular, or at least I should say it's not currently very popular, other than for nostalgic reasons or for serious collectors. We have 1 or 2, maybe in the back, but it's really just for very specific audience, but I find those sets really interesting.
Some very unique parts in those sets, though. Sometimes we'll encounter a build at a convention that the builders use some of those parts, and they can do some really unique stuff with it. So even if a line wasn't super popular, there's always cool parts that come out of it.
Yeah, and I liked the colors they introduced in that line too, which some of them still carry over into the Friends line today. Some of the magentas and dark pinks.
Got a bunch of Friends down here in the shelves in front of us. I would imagine that's an always popular theme. It's been going, what, over 10 years for LEGO now?
Yes, it is. Not everyone's a fan of the Friends. I personally think the builds are really interesting. I love the color scheme. Very unique to Friends. There's also a couple elves sets, or maybe one elf set in there, which is even more popular than the Friends line.
Yeah, elves are hard to get your hands on these days, isn't it?
Anything with dragons tends to appeal to everybody.
And then Harry Potter, another perennially popular theme. I think LEGO just continues to release more and more from it. I'm sure that gets a lot of people excited when they walk in the door.
Yeah, this is our fantasy section. So it's Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Classic Castle, which is my personal favorite. Anything fantasy related you'll find in this section. Harry Potter is the majority of it because that's the most popular one.
You got some of the like Black Falcon, some classic castle, cool medieval minifigures in there. So that's always nice. You gotta represent well there.
Yep, and it's nice that the blacksmith shop or the medieval blacksmith paid tribute to the Black Falcons with their minifigures.
Perfect. And then just the minifigures lines themselves down here. So another always popular product, trying to keep as many of those in stock. The hundreds and hundreds of minifigures LEGO has released now.
Yes, collectible series figures, very popular.
What are some of your favorites here, or some of them that you find people tend to really like when they come in, or they're one you can't keep in stock?
Oh, that's easy. The guy in the hot dog suit
is
the most popular series figure that we have. We cannot keep him in stock. My personal favorite is probably the gray alien from one of the early series, maybe series 9. I actually wasn't a collector of minifigures when I first started working here. I was mostly into the sets. And then I saw that alien minifig, bought it, and then I bought a second one from a different series, and then I got the Series 17 Highwayman in the back, and I was suddenly a collector of minifigs more than I was of sets.
No, they'll do that too. Yeah, there's so many great ones. Even like this Egyptian guy in front here from Series 13. The accessories with them are always amazing as well. And then it looks like we've gotten into more city stuff here. Is that more of what this section is?
Yep, this is primarily city, some Technic sets, some of the ideas sets. This section is kind of for sets or themes that don't really have its own place elsewhere in the store. The very far end is the architecture line.
One of my favorites, but I know a theme that doesn't always get a lot of love from all of the fans, but I love the look of the architecture sets.
Yes, and it's another instance of a LEGO product that, because LEGO releases stuff for everybody. Anyone can be into LEGO, and architecture has its audience, like Elves has its audience or Friends has its audience. It's a great line. Some people only collect LEGO architecture, no other themes. I think that's cool.
While we're here in this section, I want to shout out this awesome old poster up there.
Oh, the
Check
system.
that out with the shark with all of the gold in its mouth.
Yep.
One of those old, it looks like maybe one of the 90s kind of underwater themes. I forget exactly which one that was.
Yeah. Man, I love those old gold coins, the chrome gold. Or metallic gold.
So many cool like underwater sea creatures from those themes. That's really neat, looking at the old artwork there. And then if we turn around and kind of turn the corner towards the back of the store here, you've got first some base plates and lots of fun colors, lots of colors that LEGO doesn't make base plates in.
That's
so that's
right.
something unique that I know a lot of the Bricks and Minifigs stores offer.
That's right. The Strictly Bricks plates, LEGO compatible, and a lot of interesting colors.
Perfect. And then behind there, you've got obviously the checkout area, a very important section of every store. But then on display behind that, some of the kind of supercars from LEGO that make for such incredible display pieces here. And do people enjoy seeing those when they come in?
They do. It's a great conversation piece. A lot of the parents come up to the counter and check out the cars while the kids are looking at the other stuff. All 4 of these cars were traded in by the same person, and as he says, he was running out of shelf space. And this is the easiest way to get more of it, was to get rid of the cars.
That's the problem with those types of builds in particular. I mean, number one, they're expensive, but number two, there's so much space that even if you can afford to buy it, you've got to have a lot of room to put it somewhere.
Right.
But they look amazing, as you can see there. Very cool on display.
Yeah, a lot of customers ask me how long it took me to put them together, and I say, they were traded in, already built. I just kind of blew the dust off them.
There you go, perfect. And then just behind there, what is that section? You can see kind of like the multicolored foam pads, some tables. What is that used for?
We are getting this area ready to start doing parties again. So primarily birthday parties and other events. You know, things have been tough with COVID over the past couple of years, but hopefully by next month we'll have this space all set up so people can host events here.
Mm-hmm. And what is that? How does that work in terms of people are interested in having a party here? What kind of things can they access? Can they use like parts in the store? Or what is available to them if they want to have a party?
We're still working out those details, what's officially going to be included with the parties, but we are going to have a derby track where the kids or the guests can build their own race cars and race them on the track. We will have bricks available for them to free build, and then usually the guests get to build their own minifigure. But again, we're still working out those final details.
Great, awesome. No, that's always a fun thing to have in these stores. Obviously, having a party surrounded by this much Lego, you can't go wrong with that.
Right.
And before we move on, I want to give a shout out to some of these older sets you have on the front counter here.
Oh, sure.
So what are some of these? Did these just come in recently, or do you have a kind of a regular flow of older sets, like sort of
Not
70s,
really.
80s stuff?
It's rare that we'll get this stuff in. These were part of a trade. They were actually kind of at the bottom of a tub and just broken apart. I wasn't really sure that they were there. Not as complete sets anyway, but I had some help putting them back together, and for as old as they are, the pieces are in great shape.
Yeah. These base plates in particular look really good. I mean, a lot of times those gray moon plates will show a lot of discoloring and wear and tear.
Exactly.
But yeah, that stuff looks great.
And what I'm really happy about is all the chin straps on the classic space helmets are unbroken, which is rare. Anyone who's seen the Lego movie will recognize Benny having the broken chin strap.
Yes,
It's a reference to how easily those pieces broke back in the day.
And then I think you see a lot of classic space stuff, but in the back then you've got, I guess this is sort of almost like a lighthouse looking building with like the helipad, and then over here at the construction site, you've got the little tipper truck here. Shout out to our friend Brickzar and his tipper truck collection.
The old conveyor belts.
Yeah, the old conveyor belt. You don't see those pieces used real often.
Yeah, we don't often have sets with set numbers that are only 3 digits long. But
there you go. No, that's cool stuff. It's always fun when you can get old things in stock here at the store, I'm sure. So then, what do we have in this corner over here? I'm seeing a lot of minifig parts.
Yes, the Minifig Maker, one of our most popular features here, especially with the kids. You can build your own minifigure. It's $4 to build one, or you can get 3 for $10. So most kids like to build 3. Sectioned and organized by legs, torsos, heads, hats, and accessories.
And do you stock this? You've obviously got kind of a separate bulk brick section, so you just kind of pull out all of the minifigure parts that come in the bulk brick stuff you get, and then that goes into here basically?
Yeah, or any incomplete minifigures.
Okay.
The ones that we have in the display cases are usually complete as they appeared in the sets they were originally sold in. So anything that's missing any parts, we'll just put them in here so people can. It's really popular when we have incomplete series figures, because the collectible series figure parts are really unique. I don't know if you can say really unique. They're unique.
Yeah, no, and maybe somebody can get like a torso from one or something that they want.
Yeah.
That works perfect. So we can take a look real quick at the bulk brick over here. So what is this table?
This is primarily Technic pieces,
Okay.
some Bionicle, Hero Factory.
Like some of the big fig type of stuff. See a lot of heads in there.
Yep.
I love the old like rubber tipped missiles as well. That's a great piece.
Obviously that was a Chewbacca at one point.
And then this is more the general brick over here.
Yeah, what's usually the regular bulk. So we have a lot of customers that'll come in and spend hours in here just digging through, looking for either specific pieces or just filling up a whole bag of parts usually for building mocks at home.
Sure. No, I'm always amazed at the dedication of people coming into the bulk brick in these stores and how much time they'll spend picking through. Do you have people who come in looking for pieces to complete a set, or is it usually for mocks?
It's a combination of both.
Okay.
Some people do come in looking for specific pieces, and if we're not too busy, I like to try to help them find it. Either I might have something in the back, or I can help them dig through. I've gotten pretty good at spotting pieces digging through bulk, so I like to show off those skills sometimes.
Yeah, it's a very unique skill you acquire working at a store like this.
I try not to challenge every customer to a race, but every once in a while, I bet them that I could find it first.
There you go. I love it. Well, let's take a look at this far wall then. First, we can actually check out some of the kits on this display area. So I think we've seen some of these really cool minifigure stands in some other videos in the past. So that's a great thing that Bricks and Minifigs offers as a way to display your minifigs.
Yeah, the Go Figure displays. Yep. Those are pretty popular these days.
Yeah, and they work really well. You just got the set the minifig on top, and it's got that really nice kind of black look to it. So it creates a cool way to display the minifigs.
And I think the crescent-shaped ones have spots for 16 figures, which is perfect for people who are doing the collectible series figs. Those tend to come in groups of 16, although they've been changing that up lately. And
then what's on the other side here? You got some cool kits over there.
Yeah, this is new for us. It's a Bricks and Minifigs exclusive. These are called block jets. They are realistic aircraft made with 100% real Lego pieces, but they're custom built. 2 different sizes, or I should say 2 scales. And we were lucky that one of them was the P-51 Mustang, which is my personal favorite plane. So I was the first customer of these when they arrived.
That's perfect. I love these here, and we can kind of take a closer look. So it even comes with the minifig and the whole plane here. Quite a lot of variety. So is this something you'll get more of in the future, do you think, as more of these are released?
I hope so. It's a pretty new product, so we're kind of testing the waters with it. But if they are popular, then yeah, I'd love to carry more of these. We actually have 2 of them built as an example on the front counter, including P-51.
Yeah, that was kind of your influence there.
Yeah.
And then what's this section behind us here?
So this is, we do carry some new in-box sets, and this table is primarily retired sets. So most of these Lego doesn't currently sell at the moment, or anymore.
Got a little Mars mission set there. I love that. Yeah. Mars mission was one of my favorite themes growing up.
It was cool. With the little green aliens, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Translucent green?
Yep. This old farming set, yeah, they had that cool, they'll occasionally release kind of a farming type city set, but whole themes like that are unusual. They need more farming in Lego City.
And we don't see a lot of new in-box Bionicle sets, so I was pretty excited when that one came in.
Very nice. Even some Duplo up here. Hidden side over there on the other side. A little bit of Dimensions. Is Dimensions still popular for you guys?
It is. In fact, this was part of a trade that included, I think, 20 or so new in-box Dimension sets. This just happens to be the last one left, so they sold pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It became really popular as soon as Lego discontinued.
I know, it's so weird because I feel like Dimensions was one of those things that was like always on sale, and people weren't really a big fan of certainly a lot of it, so it's crazy that it still sells well.
Yeah, but a lot of kids are just now discovering the game, and now they want all the characters. And
perfect. You can provide that for them. Now, what's on this wall over here?
These are the new in-box sets that are current Lego sets, so this is the current line, stuff that you can still get through Lego directly.
I'm sure you have to work to kind of find that balance in the store because you work with limited space here of like currently available sets that are sealed that you have out for display versus, bulk brick and these older sets that, are no longer available but also sealed. So how do you guys kind of decide on that in terms of the amount of space that you give to each thing, and does that kind of ebb and flow throughout the months?
It does, and that's a great question. I know that the new in-box stuff becomes really popular around the holidays, because it makes for a great gift. But for Bricks and Minifigs, I think our primary focus is the harder to find stuff, so the retired stuff, the used sets that people trade in, and the minifigures. But we do have a lot of customers coming in hearing about a new Lego set. So if we are someone's go-to Lego shopping experience, I'd like to be able to provide some of the current Lego sets so they don't have to go to other big box stores in the area.
No, that makes sense. If they've heard that there's a new set out, you want that to be an option as well.
Yeah.
And some more great art up here as well. You got like the Yoda Chronicles. You got to get the Spider-Man stuff. I mean, obviously Spider-Man has been all the rage in recent months.
I know. It's it's hard to avoid spoilers when you work in a Lego store. You gotta make sure you see that Spider-Man movie before.
Oh yeah, all the movies, the Disney Plus shows. I imagine you get kids and people coming in and talking about it.
I heard a customer asked me, this is before I had seen Rise of Skywalker, and they said, "Oh, do you have a Rey Skywalker?" I was like, "I don't know what that means. Is that a spoiler about something?"
It's a hazard of the job.
Yeah.
Well, you can keep moving over here then, and you've got this little, it's this kind of like notebooks and pencils and that kind of stuff?
Yep, some Lego stationery.
Okay.
Pretty popular over the holidays, so I'm working on replenishing this stock.
I'm sure it's always hard to keep things in stock, especially if it's a popular product that a lot of people are wanting. You can only get limited amounts of it. Mm-hmm. And then over here is the bigger Lego box kind of storage bins.
Storage bins, some wall hangers, water bottles. Yeah, kind of the bigger stuff.
These wall hangers are cool. I just saw some photos the other day of somebody who had redone like a bathroom in their house and used some of those to hang stuff on.
Yeah, the shape of the stud makes for a perfect knob to like hang something on. It's great.
Yeah, all very decorative, look great. Some more sealed sets
Yep,
behind
more
us here as well.
current stuff from Lego. Although that ship in a bottle, I believe, just retired.
It's true.
So I might have to move that to the retired sets table.
it'll find a new place over there.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be popular there as well because that set's fantastic.
It is.
Some Batman old, you get some classic, the Lego movie stuff is becoming classic now. It's been some years since that came out. And back of some Harry Potter, almost like instruction art up there as well.
Yeah, showing the old, I believe was that several sets that used to combine. Actually, I think the anniversary sets they just started releasing are remakes of those sets.
Okay. Gotcha, yeah. They do so many re-releases of that stuff, Star Wars, a lot of those things, it's hard to keep track. Now, one cool thing with your location here in the mall, you've got some great window space here. So you can see over here a whole bunch more of these like storage containers and then some sets on that side as well. So do those window displays get a lot of people walking in? And I'm sure that kind of piques their interest is what you guys have.
Yeah, and it was important to me that people kind of know what we do based on what they see in the windows. And I thought the large Lego-shaped storage containers just screamed Lego. And same with the current new unboxed set. So that was my choice for a window display. Let people know that's something we do here, sell Lego.
People who come into the store, do they ever think you're in like an official Lego store, or do you have to kind of like answer those questions a lot in terms of like what your relation is to Lego, the company, and how the Bricks and Minifig stores work?
Every once in a while, it doesn't really come up unless they want to use their VIP points
Oh,
from Lego.
I see.
And then I have to explain that we're a Bricks and Minifigs, not affiliated with Lego, but we do carry Lego products. So yeah, that's usually the only time it comes up.
Yeah, well, this is a super cool store here. We should also shout out some more of these base plates here. I always love seeing these with the really unique designs and the unique colors here. So something that you can come into the store and get at Bricks and Minifigs. Another thing I wanted to ask you was, do you sell any of this stuff online, or how does that work if people can't necessarily make it into the store themselves?
Not at the moment. We did have an online presence, especially at the start of COVID. We had to move to mostly online or by appointment shopping. It's kind of tough since most of what we do is the used retired sets. A lot of what we have, we usually just have one of that set. So by the time someone trades it in, we clean it up, take a picture of it, upload it to the website. By then it's already sold in the store.
At that point, it's too late.
Yeah.
I see. No, that makes sense. But then in terms of kind of social media and your online presence in general, if people want to follow what you guys do, what's the best place to check that out?
Primarily on Facebook, Bricks and Minifigs, Wesley Chapel.
Okay.
I try to keep up to date with kind of the products we have. I'll post pictures of some interesting stuff that's come in. And a lot of customers will reach out and say, oh, can you put that on hold for me? I'm going to be in there in a couple days, and happy to do that.
Yeah, and the really cool thing about this store is it's in this mall, and so there's lots of other stuff around here as well. So if you come out to the Bricks and Minifigs store, you can also hit up some other places on the same trip, which is great.
Yep, great places to eat as well.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I love it. Thank you so much for taking us on a tour of the store here, showing off some of what there is to offer. If you're ever in the Wesley Chapel area here in Florida and can stop on by, make sure you do that and definitely check out their Facebook page as well. We'll have links to that in the description of this video so you can check all of that out. Thank you so much, Adam.
Great.
Keep up
Thank
the great
you.
work.
Thank you very much.